Nothing says relaxing holiday quite like cramming 6,000 people onto a floating hotel in the middle of summer. This is the MSC Virtuosa and today is the first day of the UK summer holidays. So I'm parking up in Southampton, about to board for a 2-week cruise around Spain and Portugal. This ship is completely full, over 4,000 adults, 2,000 kids, so yeah, it's going to be pretty busy. In this video, I'm going to be exploring the ship for the very first time and figuring out exactly what this cruise really costs. Food, drinks, Wi-Fi, entertainment, the lot. So let's get on board and find out. Luggage is tagged and taken to be loaded on board. Embarkation is 10 AM, which is the earliest I've ever been allowed onto a ship before. The key is collected from your cabin door, but as it's about 10:30 AM, the room is nowhere near ready and we're told to come back about 3 PM. Might as well have a quick look around, and already this adults only bar is looking pretty good, although it's closed. So poolside it is, and this shows how convenient the car parking is, and I'll go through the total cost of everything at the end of the video. More passengers are arriving, and I don't think this quiet pool area is going to last for much longer. In the marketplace buffet there's a nice welcoming cake and a light lunch. And after a quick walk around inside, which I'll fully explore later on in the video, it's just after 3 now, so our room should be ready.
Welcome aboard your MSC cruise.
This is an inside cabin, the cheapest possible cabin you can get. It's not actually that bad, it's pretty big for the smallest one. Anyway, quick walk around the room. We have aircon, do not disturb, make up the room, that's for the housekeeping. Key card you have to put in there, otherwise it won't work. We have a nice big bed, which looks pretty comfy. A couple of towels on there, and side unit with a kettle, some tea making stuff. We have a mini bar. What have we got? A couple of Heinekens, probably a bit of whiskey, is that? Waters, some nuts, chocolate peanuts. Little wardrobe, which is probably the only thing that we might struggle on because we've got 2 big cases and there's no possible way we're going to get all the stuff into those wardrobes. And we've got a TV on the wall. The smallest cabin on the ship is really big, I think. Shower is, yeah, can't argue with that, decent size. And last ship we went on, Virgin Voyage, this is probably laid out better. Feels like there's a lot more room. This is about 4 years old, this ship, so all very nice and clean and tidy, bright. Aircon's already working pretty well. It's only been on a few minutes and it's really cool. 3 wall hangers, which will probably come in handy because we don't have that much wardrobe space. Overall, really nice room, and I'm glad we didn't pay the £800, minimum £800 to upgrade to a balcony, because this is going to be fine.
Like you, we're looking forward to getting started.
It's compulsory to go to your muster station to have your ID card scanned, but this ship is absolute carnage with all the passengers trying to get to their respective stations. I wouldn't like to see it if we all had to do this in emergency. It's 6 PM and time for the sail away from Southampton, which we'll see again in 2 weeks' time. It's a quick look around the ship before sampling the marketplace buffet. I'll give my opinion on this later on in the video, but please don't judge me on my random food choice. And then it's back out to the lively promenade to finish off the night. So that was a pretty eventful first night on the MSC Virtuosa. This bed was really comfy. And I was told getting an inside cabin you get a really good night's sleep because there's no light. But the amount of noise coming from the corridor, it sounds like we're sharing a house with 1,000 teenagers. And as on all cruise ship cabins, these walls are paper thin. So last night someone decided to leave the TV on, just repeat all night. But the bad news does not end there. I went to the gym this morning, but unfortunately it was that busy I couldn't get on any machines. There was no free weights available. A couple of cardio machines were available, so I tried them first, waited for the machines, eventually got on those, and then go down a floor to the marketplace food hall, and there was a massive line, and a lot of people were complaining about that on TikTok. and it's not fake news. It's definitely true. This cruise did depart the day after the schools broke up, so I reckon it is full. So waiting in line for a few things is just going to be part of the trip. But it is a sea day, which means every single passenger is on board. Hopefully tomorrow and the subsequent days, it does start to get a little bit easier on board and we can use the facilities without lining up for what feels like absolutely ages. Up to now, we've been able to get 4G, 5G outside, but not in the cabin. Because this is more or less the centre of the ship. You have to go all the way over here, through there, through that corridor, and then into that room to get to the outside of the ship. That's why we're not getting a signal in here. So you know, it was super busy in the marketplace buffet. There are other food options, some you have to pay for, but this tasty treat is well worth the money. The first day at sea and the weather's not that good, but there are still a few hardcore passengers enjoying the pool. There's plenty to do inside, but I'm going to come back to all this later in the video when I've had a chance to work out where everything is. The clocks have gone forward an hour, so it is really 8:45, but it's 9:45 here, but it's still light. It's raining. It's really enjoyable because there's nobody here, and I feel like you've got the place to yourself. And it's a massive ship as well, absolutely huge ship. But yeah, I'm enjoying this bit. But it is starting to rain quite heavy now, so probably not going to have that much time up here. You can go in here. Let's get out of the rain for a minute. It's the yacht club. Definitely not allowed in there. No. And I don't actually know what the yacht club gets you, and I don't really know what it costs either, because I mean the yacht club, it just sounds expensive. I mean, I feel like I'm in the yacht club now. Look at this. It's like my own private yacht. Got the place to myself. Oh, it stinks. Might be a swimming pool. It's crazy. I've been walking around this ship for the last 24 hours-ish. Maybe a bit longer. I didn't even know this was here. Anyway, back outside, because it's taken me absolutely ages just to do that little bit. Watch your step, because people... Actually, I've got a story. Before we left Southampton, a guy broke his leg, had to be taken off in an ambulance, so his holiday did not start that well, did it? So these are the bar areas when you're around the pool. There's one over there. There's these ones which are really, really busy, and that's the food place where you can get some pizza and chips and bits and pieces like that. So quite convenient, you don't have to go back inside. I think I've just walked around most of that top bit, apart from the Waterpark, which is no point in doing that now because it's closed. But that's enough walking around outside for tonight. But before I retire for the night, I'm going to have a quick look at the casino, which I knew was pretty big. And it is actually really, really big. And this is the largest casino I think I've ever been into on a cruise ship. There are designated smoking areas, which, as you can imagine, are pretty smelly. But the non-smoking areas actually are okay. There's a big centre bar with a load of TVs for sports and whatnot. And then you've got the usual table games, blackjack, roulette, things like that. And something you don't see that often on, well, in any casino, are these little 10p machines. But something tells me they're not 10p's. We're only on 2p denomination, but £8 a go. I have no idea what this is all about, but hopefully we win some money. So they should be $50. If we get the whole lot, we get 10,555. It's possible. It could happen. Mini, $20, £20. Right, come on. We can do this. One go. Come on. No. Oh well. So that is definitely the end of the night. One beer, which was free because I've got the drinks package, £50 in, $4.45. I'm going to play it down to 400 and take the 350 profit. So another enjoyable day, but it's back to the cabin and more exploring tomorrow. So last night, much better night's sleep, but that's probably because I had some beers. And seeing that the breakfast line yesterday was off the scale, we've taken advantage of room service. You have to fill out the card for what food you want, which is due to be delivered between 9 AM and 9:15 AM, which is right about now. Thank you very much. Cheers. Toast, muffins, muesli, Rice Krispies, bit of tea, yogurts maybe. And another pretty big difference between not having a window or a balcony is when you wake up in the morning, you've no idea where you are, so you have to rely on the bridge cam. Thank you. So we're here in La Coruña in northwest Spain, and after 3 days on the cruise ship, we have not had any sun. So that debunks the myth about if you go abroad you get better weather, but it did pick up towards the end of the day, and hopefully this is a good sign for the rest of the cruise. Day 4, the nighttime noise seems to have calmed down a little bit now, so getting a much better night's sleep. Made it for breakfast this morning for the first time in 3 days, and it was okay. And still exploring the ship. It's absolutely massive, so there's no possible way you can get bored on this ship, especially on a week cruise. On a 2-week cruise, maybe, I don't know. But that's where the positives end and the negatives start to come in, because the ship is absolutely ram-packed. There must be capacity passengers on this ship. So we attempted to go for a little bit of sunbathing around 11, half 11 this morning. And couldn't get anywhere on the top deck. It was ram-packed with passengers, all enjoying the sun because it's the first day that the sun has come out properly in the 4 days we've been on this cruise. There must be a couple of thousand lounges on this ship, and even on the shaded side, they're all taken. And here at the back of the ship, it's completely full as well. I walked around the whole top deck to find absolutely 0 seats. And as I don't really know the layout of the ship yet, I couldn't think of anywhere else to go, so we ended up back inside. And then about 2 o'clock we went into the marketplace for some late lunch, early dinner, whatever you want to call it. And surprisingly, it was not too bad. There was no line to get in, but still pretty busy inside as usual. And then about 3 o'clock we went back outside, see if we could catch some sun, but it's actually busier than it was before at half 11, and people now are resorting to just laying out on the floor. So it's back up to the adults only bar for a few drinks before I attempt a bit of a ship walk around. So I'm going to start on deck 19, but it's not going to take that long because I can't get out anywhere. We've got no entry out there. This is the bit out to the Aurea guest only, which no idea what that is, but not paid any extra for that. And then the same on this side. Elevator there and elevator around that bit. So go down, see what's down here. Got the adults only in there, which I've already been in a few times. All the kids stuff down there. Got the gym, which I don't see much of. I'll go and have a look anyway. That'll do. And I've already noticed this ship is very child friendly. There's loads to do for the kids. And this brings me out onto the back of the ship. So deck number 14 to 8 are all cabins, but before I show you the rest of the ship, let me show you this. Because there are some really like quiet places, believe it or not, on this ship, because everywhere feels so just noisy and just really busy. This is it, I found it. Really quiet here. I think I should have my cabin right here, just on the edge. I pay extra for that. Another lounge area that leads through to the relaxing champagne bar. Before I go anywhere further on this ship tour, I want to show you the TV studio, which is great if you've got kids, not so much if you don't. This is the main bit of the ship. I think it's called the atrium. Not like a cruise ship expert, but yeah. And walking down here brings you alongside the promenade, and this is supposedly the largest LED dome at sea. Well, I presume they mean on a cruise ship, but yeah, it's pretty big. Changes all day, different things. Pretty nice to look at. Makes you feel like you're not on a cruise ship. And even looking at this, you still don't realise you're on a cruise ship unless you go up onto the top deck or look out the window and see the sea going past. And we've got a teppanyaki place there, which I've not seen anybody in up to now. And then some sushi, which again I've not seen anybody in because you have to pay for them. And the place that I have seen lots of people in is the bar, like the old bar, the UK style bar. This is always packed. All the beers on tap that you would expect to see in a British pub, and as I have the easy drinks package, which works out at £15 per day with a maximum of 15 drinks per day, I can get anything up to a £7 value. And although I'd like to stay to enjoy the live music, I've got to move on. So I've already been into the spa, but a little tip: leave it to port days because you usually get 50% off, and it's already expensive, so it brings it back down to the normal price. The promenade seems quiet, so I'll take the opportunity to show you what it offers, which is a few retail units and a bar, which I've never been able to get a seat in. And another store to buy watches, and sunglasses, and all that type of stuff. And another bar next to the chocolate making counter. And then moving down a bit further finds the ice cream parlour. And another store. And another bar. And a general convenience store for all your daily bits and pieces. And it brings you out onto the atrium. There's the famous robotic bartender to make you a £10 drink, although I didn't see anyone else using it, and I'm just going to get a regular drink. But I'm going to carry on using my drinks package, but I have to pay a little bit extra for spirits. That's not too bad, because this is £9 and my maximum drinks charge that I can do is £7 for like a Heineken and stuff like that. They just charge the extra £2 here. Not too bad. It's been so busy on all the other days. This is quite quiet really, and it's a shame because this ship is absolutely amazing. There's loads of spaces, just loads of places to explore, but unfortunately most of the time it's that busy you can't get anywhere. You've got to wait in line for ages for everything. Like, it's a shame really, but maybe out of the summer holidays. Might be okay. I'm not joking. I am genuinely lost here. I'm near my cabin. How do I get across to the odd cabins?
Almost there.
Alright, thank you.
Yeah, the lift and you walk up.
Thank you very much. Good job there, staff all around, because I was going in the wrong direction. Thanks to my inconsiderate neighbours, I'm awake at this horrible hour. We are arriving into Cadiz, which I'd heard of before but never knew where it was, but now I know that it's just up the road from Gibraltar. And it looks really, really nice and really old. Definitely well worth a getting off. But seeing how people are putting lounges out, I don't think everyone's got the same idea today. But there is a positive about being woken up by the noisy neighbours this morning and getting an amazing sunrise. But another positive is that now I'm awake, I can do a rare gym session. And now it's off into Cadiz to see what this place has to offer. This is the Cathedral of Cadiz, and you'd think it was a Saturday because it's absolutely packed. No matter where you go in the world, there's always a Mackey's. When I was walking up here, I thought, oh yeah, there's the ship. You can see it from literally a mile away. And then I realised that's the celebrity one. Ours is right there. I don't know if it's bigger though, because that one's further away. It looks bigger. Back on the ship just after lunch to see if there's any space around this pool. But no luck, it's full, so around the side it is. But it's still a nice view and pretty quiet. And later on it's up to the adults only bar to see the Celebrity Apex leaving port just in front of us. Coming up to 7 PM and the pool is finally quietening down. Day 6, and it's getting a bit like Groundhog Day now in the morning. It's just noisy. It's people having just massive, really loud conversations in the hallway. It feels like right outside your door. And the room service trolley is right outside the door, so all the clanging of pots and cups and just noise in general is there. And still people just running down the corridor. I don't know what they're doing. It sounds like a herd of elephants. Oh, and don't forget the constant hoovering. I mean, it's clean, but the hoover is going all the time. It's like being at home. So it's currently just coming up to 8 AM and there's no lounges left. There must be thousands of lounges on this ship, not one of them free. Walked around the ship a couple of times, as other people are doing, and nowhere to sit. So the 45-minute rule that you keep seeing on the TV is absolute crap, because I can guarantee in 45 minutes the people that have left towels still won't be on the lounges, which is really, really unfair, and it gives this cruise line a really bad name because nobody can get a seat. And these people probably still in bed, come out at 7 o'clock, put the towels on, and now they're gone back to bed. They'll come out about 11, 12 o'clock. Yeah, it's bad. But it does give me a chance to have a look at the Waterpark first time, because it's usually full of kids and it is early. Got a big one up there, goes right across there over the side of the ship. Then there's another one there that goes into like a donut and then falls into the middle. And we've got a bar, probably for drinks and ice cream. More reserved lounges with absolutely nobody around. See what I mean? Just towels and towels. But fast forward a few days and finally managed to get around the pool. And I was going to get in the pool until I just heard a kid say, "I've weed in it." I've just found out that those random times when they put a net over the pool, it's because someone's pooed in the pool. So you can keep your pool. I ain't going in it. It's the white night tonight, and you guessed it, everyone wears white. It's not compulsory, and as you can see, not everybody does it. As we leave Lisbon, it looks like we're going to hit this bridge. We're going to be close to it anyway, but according to Google, we have 2 meters clearance. It's a Mexican restaurant tonight, which is about £15 extra for this lot of food. I must admit that was pretty disappointing. Couldn't use our drinks package for drinks in the restaurant, which is weird because it's a restaurant on the ship. So we ended up paying £14 for 4 soft drinks. Not good, that. I've really struggled with desserts on this ship. You know, not liking the odd one that I get, so I just get every single one tonight. First one looks like a rice pudding. It's chocolate, it's got to be good. Doesn't look very good though. And this one looks like the most boring one. It's probably going to be the nicest. So I can't lie about the desserts, they're not the best. Just check the online reviews of food on this ship. Not really anyone has anything good to say about it, so that's why when you get off, you get stuff like this. It's early and I'm on a lounging mission today, so I won't slam the door to wake everybody else up. And looks like the casino have got something for me as well. I'll have a look at that later. So this is absolutely typical. The only morning in, I think it's 12 days, that I've decided to get up because it was really busy. And this is, I can't even describe this weather. I don't even know what it is. I can't even see the water. Just. So it's not surprising really that there's about 8 or 9 people outside in the rain, in the cold. It's 10 degrees, it's freezing. Waiting to put lounges down, so one or two things are going to happen today. The weather is either going to pick up really, really well and we need a lounger, or everybody's going to be inside, and I don't know which one I prefer, to be honest, because I can't deal with this weather. And if everybody's inside, 6,200 passengers, it's going to be absolutely hectic. Whoa. Morning. Not sure anyone would believe me really, but just to prove, it is 7:03 and people are putting lounges out in the rain and it's freezing. Not for me. So the day might be really, really, really bad, but this is by far the best time to come to the restaurant for breakfast anyway. 7 AM. Get in early, you get the best stuff, it's just fresh out. Yeah, it's not all bad, is it? And the letter that got left on our door this morning is from the casino, giving us some free play, so today's a really good day. Weather might be bad, but it's turning out pretty good. Before I go back to the room, I'm curious if anyone else is out, and that's a yes. But I'm not sure it's going to be worth it. This weather is horrible. I'm in the casino to check how many points we've accumulated, which is 7,000 just over. If we get to 10,000 points, we get a free cruise. If you're in America, you only need 5,000 points, but in Europe it's 10k. And that's quite a lot of money we've put through the casino, and this is what they've given us extra in free play, $100. And we've got about $20 in accumulated free play. We did have more, but we spent that already. So we've got about $120 left in free play, which is not too bad. This cabin has been one of the best things about the cruise, to be honest. It's been really, really comfortable. This bed has been amazing. The bathroom shower, not too small, so you know it's one of the smallest cabins, probably the smallest cabin. The only downside is you can hear the neighbours' TVs and the neighbours' conversations, all the noise from literally everywhere. Hoovering noise constantly outside, 7 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock at night. That's room service, obviously keeping the ship clean. Can't complain about that, but just noise in general. So much, and probably the noisiest cruise I've ever been on. But the ship, absolutely spectacular. Really, really nice ship. Nicest ship I've been on. Very premium, luxurious, loads of spaces to explore. You're not going to get bored on this ship. And the outside, again, really, really nice. You've got the walking track, loads of space, rear pool, front pool, indoor pool, lots of pools, hot tubs. The biggest problem I think on this ship is people reserving lounges and staff not actually telling people, enforcing the fact that you can't keep a lounger all day and just go off the ship and then come back at 4 o'clock. Wi-Fi, really, really good, but really, really expensive. Although if you don't mind waiting for the ports or you're close enough to land, then sometimes you can get 4 or 5G out at sea. Some restaurants you have to pay extra for, which we did. Wasn't the best experience. Drinks package that we paid for, didn't get the drinks on it. It's just, yeah, I don't even know what to say. It just wasn't great. The food in general, It's nothing spectacular, it's just okay. It will feed you, it'll keep you going, but I wouldn't say it's nothing to get excited about. But that's not just me saying that, there's been loads of online reviews. Although the pizza from the pool was my favourite. And factor in the fact that the lines to get the food are so big, and the restaurants, well, the marketplace buffet is so busy, it's not an enjoyable experience. Seeing that there's loads of elevators, there's still not enough, because most of the time it's quicker just to take the stairs. And then on the odd occasion you can get into an elevator and it's full of spilled drinks and half-eaten food. The bars, absolutely loads of them. Indoor, outdoor, I think there's 22, might be wrong with that, but I think that's what I read. I've not seen all 22 bars, but the ones I've been into, the adults only one, the casino bar, everything, really, really good experience, especially in the adults only one, up the top on deck 18. Staff are absolutely amazing. Which come on to the staff, there's a few bad reviews about staff. I've not seen any of it, so can't really complain about that. But if there are staff that are a little bit not the best, I think it's just because the ship is so busy and things are just going on 100 miles an hour all the time. And yeah, maybe that is the case, I don't know. A little bit disappointing when you get to port, you have to pay for a transfer. Weather's been great, apart from the 2 days out of Southampton and the 2 days back to Southampton. That's not, even if it did rain for 2 weeks, not MSC's fault, but the weather has been really good as well. Laundry is a joke. It took a while to get it collected and it's very expensive to do. Over £100 to do this bag. This cabin, $2,300 for the cabin, $11.50 each, 2 of us in here, myself and my wife. And I think that's really, really good value. But then when you factor in, it was £200 to park, just parking. I was told by another passenger you can get a hotel with that money as well elsewhere. So if you do need to come down the night before, you can get a hotel and the parking for 15 days. So maybe that's an option for some people. £400 for the drinks package, which was absolutely spectacular. Best thing on this ship. It was worked out at £15 each per day, which is just really, really good value. And if you wait to get it on the ship, it's 3 times the price. What's not good value is the internet. £363 for Wi-Fi, which I needed because I needed to be connected back home, work, and just I want to be connected in general, because we just, as a species now, it's not normal not to be connected to the internet. We spent a couple of quid in the casino, but we won a couple of quid, so probably about level there. So overall, yeah, a £2,300 cruise, throw another 1,000 or so on top. That's probably the realistic money. So I've really enjoyed making this video and complaining, because that's what I do. I love to complain.